It's time to make a muffaletta sandwich. This is really popular in the Sicilian American community in New Orleans, and normally it has multiple types of sliced cold cuts. But meat's expensive, so today we're gonna make a veggie muffaletta. It's brilliant, and it's another one of those sandwiches that marinades and gets better as it travels to the park on the way to our picnic.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
We're gonna start off with some portobello mushrooms, the meatiest blank canvas onto which we can pour all kinds of flavors. Taking the stems off with a scissor here, and we want these to sear really nicely on the pan, so we're just gonna take our scissor and just come around the edge here, make the mushroom nice and flat. Cast iron pan, full blast heat. Just a little bit of oil right in our pan like that. Mushrooms down. We've got some zucchini. We're gonna wanna get a lot of the water out of it so that they can absorb the vinaigrette. Let's make a vinaigrette. Some olive oil. In a traditional muffaletta, the bread is absolutely soaked with herb olive oil. A muffaletta is not a muffaletta without a really juicy dressing. Garlic on a grater. It's a lot easier to get it super fine if you just grate up that garlic. We're gonna hit it with red wine vinegar. We get the zing of the garlic. Let's add even more zing from the packet drawer in the form of red pepper flakes. Our dressing's almost done, but we gotta get some freshness in there. To the herb garden. Oregano. So nice when the oregano's fresh like this. I love it. Parsley. Amazing aromas. And while we're here, let's get some basil for later. Perfection. Got our oregano and our parsley. Let's just run our knife through that real quick. If you go to Sicily, you'll find it's super Mediterranean and oregano grows wild everywhere. Fresh oregano, not the stuff from the pizzeria. Nice. 2, 3, 4. We can hit these with a little bit of salt and pepper. We haven't seasoned these yet. Got our herbs. Struggle whisk 7,500. Let's hit our dressing with a little bit of salt. Peppy. All right, this looks nice and creamy. It's time to take the mushrooms off. Look at them, they're gorgeous. Mushrooms have shrunk down in size a bit. They've released all their water. They're an intensified, earthy, meaty flavor now. Nice. So right now the mushrooms are hot. All the pores are open. Let's hit it with some of our dressing. Just a quarter of it. Boop, boop, boop. We've got a hot pan. And we have some highly moisturized zucchini. Let's dehydrate them. A little oil, hit them with some salt, which will help release their moisture. Another defining feature of a muffaletta is an olive pate. We're gonna make it with green olives and capers. Give these olives a nice haircut. Chop, 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 chop. You want it to be chunky but spreadable. Somewhere between mince and dice. You make a muffaletta on a giant piece of bread. I'm gonna make one giant sandwich and then I'll cut that up. It's gonna be easier than making 4 sandwiches. And it's something that can absorb a whole lot of dressing. I know this seems counterintuitive, but trust me, this is gonna add a lot of flavor and the bread can handle it. Right to the edge, come on baby. Let's get our olive pate on there. So I'm gonna grab a mega spoon, okay? We'll spread it around. The super meaty mushrooms. It's incredible. Zucchini. Just spread these out all over. We're gonna hit it with a layer of cheese, and the sharp awesomeness of provolone is up to the job. It's also the cheese that they use in a normal muffaletta, so it makes sense to use it right now. Provolone in a beautiful circle like a sunflower. Roasted red peppers. This is a great thing to keep in your pantry. Obviously, you can take some red peppers and roast them yourselves. Just peel the skin off. Slice them up real nice. We're gonna finish it with some fresh basil. Look at that muffaletta! This is the kind of sandwich that wants to be pressed down on. That way the bread absorbs all the liquid of our meaty vegetables that are expelling all of their juicy dressings. You can see that bottom piece of bread is absorbing all the delicious dressing that we made. Win! We're gonna cut it again now into quarters. Let's pack it up and let's go to the park. We've got the lunchbox, we've got 2 muffalettas. Let's pack it and go for a fun day of playing in the park. Boom! And we're gonna see how these sandwiches hold up to the test of time and travel. Let's go, Piggy. Piggy and I are having so much fun at the park, but you know what? I'm getting a little hungry. Let's see how those muffalettas are doing. That's what I'm talking about. Our veggie muffaletta is $2.85 a serving. Bread becomes juicy when muffaletta meets bread. And now we have a marinated sandwich. Muffaletta! It's a delicious sandwich. It is meaty, it is salty, it is spicy. It's those juicy mushrooms that really take the central focus of my attention. And then immediately that garlicky, spicy marinade hits me, both between the pieces of bread which absorbed it. All together, this is a meaty sandwich that doesn't have any meat in it. Piggy is grateful.